Taking action, helping consumers understand their rights, avoid fraud, and spot scams. We're teaming up with the Arizona Attorney General's office, and Christine is here now, joining us on this Federal Consumer Protection Week. Christine.
Hey, Javier, and I've got to tell you, right when the clock hit 5 o'clock, all of these phone lines started ringing, and that's so encouraging to hear because we are here to answer your questions. These are volunteers from the Arizona Attorney General's office. So if you've got a question about frauds or scams, if you feel like you're being impacted, these volunteers are here to listen to your complaints, your concerns, and work to gather solutions for you. So joining me right now is an assistant to the Arizona Attorney General's office. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about some of the most common scams that the office deals with.
Yeah, so some of the most common scams that the office has been dealing with recently is we've been dealing with motor vehicle sales, repairs, rental incidences, mortgage and real estate scams, telephone communication service scams, telemarketing such as robocalls, and different kind of banking scams.
And is there any scam that has been out of the ordinary that your office has investigated recently?
Well, we've been taking in a bunch of different complaints, and so it's hard to say what's exactly ordinary.
Sure.
But it's most like we've done tons of different stuff. These are the most common ones.
Got it. And so if somebody wants to call, they've got a concern, a question, what's the best way to do so?
Yeah, so if they want to call, they can reach out at our phone number at 602-542-5763. Otherwise, they can go to our website where you can file a complaint online, and that website is www.azag.gov.
Okay, perfect. Phone lines, again, just opened at 5 o'clock. They close at 7. We're going to pull that number up on your screen one more time. Again, volunteers are here to answer your questions. Javier?
Those phone lines will likely be ringing until 7 o'clock tonight. Thank you, Christine.
Tonight, ABC15 is partnering with the Arizona Attorney General's office for a consumer protection phone bank. Christine Stanwood joining us with more on how you can get your questions answered for free. Christine?
Hey, Faye, yeah, this is all about helping you. So if you've got questions about scams, frauds, we are here to listen. And specifically, we're here to talk to our experts who know all about this at the Arizona Attorney General's office. This is my friend Tammy. Say hi, Tammy.
Hi.
She is here to answer some of our most common questions about scams. You say that you see about 3 common ones. What are those?
Sure. So mortgage and real estate rental scams, and also telecommunications scams.
Okay. What makes those so easy for people like us to fall victim to?
Well, people are interested in, buying a place to live or a place to rent, and we just want to make sure people understand that they shouldn't sign documents that they don't understand. Make sure you understand all the terms, and do not sign documents that there are blank spaces on, because you don't know if somebody might go in and fill those out.
And don't feel rushed either. That's what you told me.
Exactly. Yeah. Do not feel rushed into signing any agreements.
And then you said for real estate, and then also we got those pesky text messages that pop up sometimes. Where do those come from?
Yeah, so unsolicited text messages, unsolicited text messages, telemarketing calls, sometimes what we call robocalls. We get those. We continue to get those. Our office works really hard to try to stop those. We work with federal partners. We've had agreements and settlements with some providers and others with that. If you get a call and you don't recognize the number, don't answer it. Let it go into voicemail. Let some, and then go ahead and retrieve it. Get on the National Do Not Call registry. Don't fall for a number that says it's IRS, because those can typically be spoofed. Yeah. And people get unsolicited text messages as well.
This is great advice. Tammy is one of our volunteers working to answer your questions. Who wouldn't want to talk to Tammy? Come on. So there is no question off limits. We've got that phone number on the bottom of your screen. Go ahead. We've got plenty of volunteers. We'll check back in a couple minutes.
Yeah, they're such a great resource. Christine, thanks.
Hey, we're with Dylan with the Arizona Attorney General's office answering your questions. Let's talk about 2 things really quick. Fraud with cars and then fraud with solar.
So with fraud with cars, make sure that you get anything in writing. If the car dealership's going to give you something, make sure it's written down and you can see it and confirm it. With regard to solar, make sure that you do some research into the company. Talk to your friends and family, see if they've dealt with the company before. And don't feel pressured to buy right then. A lot of times I'll have salesmen who come by they want you to purchase it right then, take a break if you feel like you need it. It's not a rush.
Yeah, you don't need to sign on the dotted line.
You do not need to sign on the dotted line immediately, and don't sign if there's any blanks where they could fill it in later without your knowledge.
Really good advice, Dylan. Thank you. Again, our volunteers are here to take any of your questions for the next 15 minutes or so. There is not a silly question to ask. We have so many volunteers ready and willing to go. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Christine, thanks. We are just